Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. It's on the south side as the US player. We have Vesuvius. That's probably the best I can pronounce it. It's on the north side as the Brits. We have Jolexan? Jolexan? I have no idea. At least the names are relatively original. Let's switch over the Brits since they have a bit more of a unique possible opener. We got double cut and grad, which makes sense. Double cut and grad's pretty good versus Brits, allowing them to capture the map, while the Brits relatively have slow early game capping. Lieutenant has been deployed on out. Scope rifles capturing some points as well. He is deploying out another entry section. Likely going to be eyeing this point over here. Maybe could send the Lieutenant over here to capture the point to increase movement speed, or maybe it's designed to push the right side of the map. It's probably a good idea for the Brit to push the right side as well, because there's two VPs here, and plant himself somewhere in this sector. Probably lock down the fuel point. Right around here can be good. I've seen plenty of players go backwards a little bit as well. I don't really like being out in the open when it comes to retreat points in Company Heroes 2, so I would say right around here, or even towards munitions point would be probably the best. Or you can break the mold and go way over here.
Go ahead.
Lieutenant eyeing to capture up that command point. And the Captain Grad up here will not be able to, well, could potentially bully around the scope rifles.
HQ command truck awaiting further orders.
Okay, the HQ command truck has actually not packed up at the moment. He may be eyeing for a universal carrier, a Bren carrier. Will he get the bully around in time? Does get the decap stop there, does decapture.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
But the Brit got very lucky with the penetrating shots there, immediately annihilating that Kettengrad. That was not worth it. Sometimes Kettengrads feel like the tankiest things ever, but that time, he just disintegrated. It's actually pushing pretty far forward. Okay, incredibly stupid idea I just have. Set the command truck right here.
Victory point is ours.
That will be a stupid idea, but he will have the two VPs locked down, and it'll be hard. And though he will be exposed to this flank, but
No Huttons in area.
it will be very, very how to put it? Chaotic. It will make the game very, very chaotic, to say the least. Infantry half-track has been deployed. And the command truck is going right there, so he's not going aggressive. Getting some great damage there onto the infantry half-track. The Lieutenant will manage to escape on out of there. Once the Lieutenant gets out of range, the non-scope rifle squad, yeah, right now is stuck to a walking pace. And does manage to get suppressive fire there from the infantry half-track before it goes down. The scope rifles can, however, still, once they recover from suppression, should be able to overrun the infantry half-track. G43 squad's eyeing perhaps for some suppressive fire ability. As does if he has enough munitions for it. Hasn't really got the repairs off in time. But looks like the scope rifle G43s will manage to hold back the scope rifle squad. And Zion's just going to try to engage combat, not trying to repair up the half-track. And it's going to just run away with the half-track, allowing the infantry to buy them time to fall back. For it to fall back. Second G43 squad has been deployed now. Oof. That was a bit of an issue. And I heard something about a sharpshooter. Oh no, he lost the Lieutenant. That's what the audio line was. Lieutenant may have been right there. So the flank infantry half-track does get the wipe there on the Lieutenant, while the one Panzer squad does go down as well. bit of an equal trade. Lieutenants are quite expensive because they do cost a bit of fuel, but G43 squads, you don't want to lose those either. Of course, does have the headquarters command truck here, so rebuilding as lieutenant. Maybe a good idea to put a trench down here and put a lieutenant inside of it, so he has a good, solid hard point. As well as having even one unit inside the slit trench allows them to pop in and out the infantry section at will, rather than trying to scuttle every single time to make sure your opponent does not claim it. Because it's best to scuttle. It's better to scuttle a trench than let it potentially fall in your opponent's hands. Infantry half tracks make its advance. And we do have a slit trench now being deployed on out. Lieutenant is...
A fuel point is being seized.
I'm not sure what the lieutenant is exactly at the moment. The slit trench itself hasn't sustained a whole lot of fire, just the building squad. So that trench will complete no problem. Kaliningrad is capturing that fuel point, while the other HQ truck, the field support truck, has deployed on that munitions point. And there's the lieutenant. Both infantry half tracks are here, but they're both... He hadn't had time to repair this one. And now this other one has a damaged engine. Will likely get overran. The suppressive fire is going to be very important.
German forces are trying to secure
There's
one
two
of our
infantry half tracks here for suppression, so the is getting some great suppression across the line. It's going to be very, very iffy. He's trying to get those half tracks, but was unable to get it. Does get slowed down there by suppressive fire from G43s. It does get fully pinned there by all the suppression. These squads will need to fall back. He can't pursue those half tracks any further. Lieutenant may want to fall back towards this trench as well. He can also use a casualty clearing station. Fresh captain has been deployed on the field. Kaliningrad is being very problematic. Cuts off the munitions income. Both those squads are now falling back. May want to either capture these sectors as soon as possible, including this one here. Captain's revolver is not going to be very effective for Kaliningrad. He could potentially play out some slit trenches right here, like two right here, since the chances of him assaulting through this direction is very likely. And that wasn't super
A
close.
sector is being overrun.
Send your message.
Infrastructure is pushing the way forward. All of them quite wounded. No casualty clearing station at the moment.
Go ahead. HQ
I really do like seeing casualty. For me, I'm one of those people who must have medics or his infantry, because I just don't want them to disintegrate. Going straight for the cutoff points. Very nice.
ready to go.
The initiative is ours. Victory countdown started.
Let's take a quick look over here. We do have a Panzer support command. This may be for the Panzer Force C
Seems Jerry decided not to
or
fire,
Hotchkiss, depends what he actually has selected.
We've captured the target.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at over here. Light AT half track, not the support upgrade. We do have now Stuart out on the field, which that's maybe one reason why he went for the light TF track, because he knew the chance for Stuart was severely likely. Now think about it, that was actually a good option. Though the Panzer IV C would be relatively useful against it as well, but it will take a bit longer to deploy out.
Infantry section ready to move out.
Stuart pushes his way forward, gains some good damage there on, or not exactly great damage on the Kaliningrad. If Tractrix is pushing way forward, since he knows where the Stuart is, that means he knows where he isn't, right here. Get some great damage there from the infantry half-tracks. Light AT half-track eyeing for a crit shot. Oops. No, he does not get the crit shot off. The hedge is blocked from doing it, and now the Stewards coming forward. Now these light AT half-tracks are coming under siege, receiving quite a bit of fire there. Damage engine there, does roll a miss there with the light AT half-track. To be fair, those, yeah. And it does get the destroyed engine crit there. No sappers in the region. I'm not sure if there's even sappers even deployed just yet. But needs to maintains range because I think the Steward's still in range. I guess not. Oh, yep, it is. Like you have track, just went back away from the sector. Oh, there must have been sappers in that group. Yeah, there's sappers in that group. Panzer Grenadiers to receive a shot there. In pursuit. Maybe an eye for a crit shot? No, does not get a crit shot off in time. Panzer does get upgraded, fires, connects. Now we're seeing quite a bit of autocannon fire there, and the autocannon can penetrate the rear armor of a Steward. Another Panzer shot there. He's stuck around for way too long. Panzer lining up a shot. No, he does not get a shot off. Nothing to tree path either. The mortar half track could potentially get a kill there. Depends where he fires. And looks like he misses. The first round ran too far short, and now it's probably at max range as well. Let's see, sappers have been upgraded Piets and not the repair upgrades. So no overheal on his Steward, which I do believe that's a very powerful combo, in my opinion. Of course, I can see on the same team wants some more AT because all the light vehicles he's fighting against, he needs more AT. I'm just not a huge fan of Piets. It feels like they either always hit or they generally always miss. Infantry track pushes way forward. That is another light ATF track as well. And that's a pen track to the back of this squad. Does get a direct hit there. And that is a J43-1 as well. Two Piets do connect, getting some great hits there. And there goes light ATF track. Damage engine there by the Panzer track. Multiple hits there as well. Now, multiple destroyed engine fully immobilized. It does connect, wiping out that Steward. Overall, the Brits does have really good fuel control. If you take a look at the map, you can see here the Panzer fleet does not have much territory, and very little of it is actually in supply as well. Panzer Grenadiers maybe get the kill there on that captain. Will run by the mortar half-track. Mortar half-track, of course, can't shoot at it. Captain is still being pursued and does get wiped out there. Infantry blob now advancing. Piets need to start hitting these half-tracks. Fires a shot, gets one hit at close range. Another good hit there as well. Thanks to the veteran, he's able to stand the fire. Does use the heroic charge ability on the light, trying to kill off that light half-track, and does go down to the Piet.
The enemy has managed to eliminate a half-track and not concede to drop below 200 points.
There are two lieutenants in this region now sprinting on forward. Does get a good hit there on the mortar half-track, and I think there's a squad wipe right there. No. Yep. Both these squads are starting to get ripped apart. And loses the lieutenant there. He still stayed around for far too long there. Wait, how many squads did he lose there? Did he lose like 4 squads there?
Oi, listen up, gents.
Pretty close. He lost both his lieutenants at least. Oof, that was a horrible play.
You should be proud, gents. Nice work.
And now the casualty clearing station, he's been able to perhaps recover some casualties, but I don't see any on the map or on the field. He needs a Cromwell at this point in time, if not a Kangaroo, if he has, depends what he has available. But he needs a tech up again for that. Has plenty of fuel, just not enough manpower.
Front lines are under attack. We're losing a sector.
Doesn't have a whole lot of munitions stored up as well, so going for Royal Artillery may not be the greatest. Commandos wouldn't be half bad, but it needs more manpower. Decoy Artillery barrages could be nice, since those are free.
Ammo storage facility is being overrun.
And Royal Engineers, he doesn't really have enough manpower to pull out AVRE just to... not enough munitions for the... or manpower for the AVRE, so... I really don't know what doctrine he should go for. Commando maybe is the best doctrine at the moment. Scope Rifle Squad is, of course, forced back. It's a combination of the G43s and the half-track. Since the G43s is focused around 2 weapons, and they have at least 2 weapons firing, it's not one squad that's you're fighting against 2 squads. So it can be a bit deceptive sometimes. One thing nice about Company 2, since it shows like the icon, like the garrison unit inside, it's easier to manifest in your mind that you're fighting against something a little bit heavier than just a single vehicle. Rifle grenades have been researched, getting a decent hit there. And he does use suppressive fire ability there.
Supply lines threatened. Jerry's attempting to secure one of our sectors.
For me, I always like the UI design when it comes to a lot of Relic games, such as like Dawn of War 2 and Company Heroes 2, and as well as Company Heroes 1. Giving information to the player to make at a quick glance is very important. It's easier to understand, as well as the audio design. You really don't focus on the rifles so much that people are carrying, you mostly focus on the sound of what the infantry models are actually doing.
Victory point under attack.
Rifle grenades are firing, and they ran up behind. Rifle grenades are either really hit or miss. That's basically their design. Oh, Teller mine there. So it looks like he's gone for Tank Hunter.
Victory point is ours.
I mean, it has +1 accuracy as well. You don't really see accuracy much on these those light vehicles, but they do really help with the accuracy. Another Steward has been deployed on out.
Target captured.
And it looks like that may have been a Piet model, because I see the Piet, or that was a rifle grenade model? Yeah. You can see the floating rifle grenade, or Piet. Medic will be coming, picking up the casualty once again. Stewart doesn't get a hit there, nor does light TF track. Oh, here's something heavy. AT Hetzer, that's what I hear. Rifle grenades do roll a miss. Stewart pushes his way forward. Hetzer at point blank range. No Brens in the area. Brens are very useful in dealing with this stuff because it ties them down with the button vehicle ability. Now it's fighting against open ground, which is not looking great. Left hand's getting overwhelmed. Sentry mortar also rained on in. Does do a mass retreat there. Very nice. No squad wiped it.
Contact report. Enemy vehicle has been knocked out.
And he will need to use the casualty clearing station to get some very, very important healing because he needs it. Looks like these medics are starting to be focused down as well. and unable to get any free squads.
German forces are bending. Victory is at hand.
I see nothing that seems like cheats.
Sapper unit ready.
What now?
Armored recce here.
Troops ready.
This may be meant for repair, Sapper.
QM's just distributed supercharged rounds to the artillery line.
Okay, he's gone for Royal Artillery. He will need a lot more munitions there
It's shifting.
to
Enemy's overrunning one of our
call in the
sectors.
officer artillery strikes. He may want to reposition his command truck to this munitions sector.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Or at least get the next command truck to go over there. Start charging forward, get some good hits there. Find a good angle there. We may see, yep, canister round.
NCOs
Does get a
reporting
nice
they have
squad
destroyed
wipe
a
there.
German target.
ATF surge trying to push its way forward. And also got a light ATF track in the mix as well, firing around through the arch. And Sindri Mortar does connect as well, getting some great damage in there.
Direct hit. Get us out of here.
We just got the green light to employ creeping barrages.
Creeping barrage is now available, but I don't think that's going to be very useful.
We're ready. Get us to the fight.
I don't see a 17-pounder being deployed either. A
He's pushed through
17-pounder
our
wouldn't
lines
be
and is trying to take a
bad.
victory point.
Repairs complete.
Just having one wouldn't be half bad. Medic will cover this casualty. It's not being focused down. And that will net him a free infantry section. And he's trying to crush some of these wall segments. Very nice. We have a Panzer squad moving its way forward. Mortar half-track maybe eyeing for a broad general area. Petrograd does sustain some of the Piet fire there, allowing and fully immobilized there by the light half-track.
Combat reports show the German vehicle was knocked down.
Hetzer does, that sword does go down. So a lot of infantry here. Some infantry is suppressed by the light AT half tracks, not light half tracks, infantry half tracks. 250-1s/1s, and the light half tracks getting some great kills there on the infantry as well. But the Hetzer fully goes wiped out there, which is a bit of a loss, but not really useful at this moment in time. Lieutenant may go down, does go down. And now we've got a medics and all running on forward. He, of course, does get the free squad from earlier.
A victory point is being overrun.
Armor command truck now available, so now you should be able to pull out some Cromwells. Wouldn't be half bad at this moment in time. He doesn't need Fireflies, he needs some Cromwells. Down south we do have another light ETF, or the light ETF track. This Panzer Grenadier squad is so wounded. I say fall it back, get some healing in there. Need some blood transfusions immediately. He does get that light cap track destroyed.
NCOs reporting it is KIA.
And may have lost his retreating squad right there. Very nice. Instead of a 25-pounder, a mortar emplacement wouldn't be half bad in this general area. It does start lobbing rounds over here. At that massive hedgegrove there, you'd be able to start whittling away against those Panzer Grenadiers and light vehicles. Switch over the Panzer Elite player for the time being. Let's see what's getting out. Oh, just that was a assault grenadier that being deployed. Nova Logistics Company has all the other buildings. And that's pretty much it. Mortar half track does go down. And of course know about it being Tank Hunter. So switch back to the Brits since we don't know he's actually gone heroic killer now. He has selected doctrine. Assault Grenadiers pushing the way forward. Panzer Grenadiers are getting a bit focused fired and being forced on back. But these Assault Grenadiers are getting some great damage there on the rifle grenades. Sapper, however, getting some good damage from the Assault Grenadiers as the Chief Warrior Squad is now down the last model. He just needs more Panzer Grenadiers at this point in time. Or Panzer Force C wouldn't be half bad either. Set that up since opponents like to want to secure the sector here.
Access to self-propelled artillery vehicles.
And he's made no attempt over here. So priests priests, not sextons, can be deployed on out. Which honestly, not really worth it at this moment in time. Now, he could use a lot less manpower by deploying out a 25-pounder. He has plenty of fuel, and he needs more manpower, so 25-pounders would be better than priests at this moment in time, I would say.
CP ready for standing by on you, sir. Ready for orders.
Static Hound's now available, going for a 50 cal. No other Static Hounds being deployed on out.
One of our spare hands down to 50 points.
Panzer Grenadiers are being forced back. Not enough Panzer Grenadiers in the region, and Static Hound will make itself known. Light Half Track is still alive though, and it's also Anti-Trex. But nothing too aggressive, something hard to counter the Static Hound. But we do have a Panzer Force C, very nice. Switch over to the Panzer lead player. Still just when the heads are available, he has a lot of command points. So let's just keep him selected for the time being. Like the track, we start hitting that Stag Hound. And with a set of Panzer Force C here, he should be able to help really lock down the sector. He will need to deploy out a 25-pounder, perhaps a Siege or Firefly.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Does get a good hit there with light TF track. May see a crit shot. Yes, a crit shot does come forward, getting fully immobilized. Now the Panzer squad could push on forward, engage. Looks like he's just going to engage with the Panzer Force C. With the rear armor exposed, should be able to do it quite well. Perhaps haul down as well. Not haul down, but set up. And he does not finish off the Stag Hound this moment. Bit of an oversight, I would say. He does need to focus down the engineers to make sure they don't repair out that Stag Hound. Stag Hound's just basically neutered at this point. A lot of damage onto that Panzer Force C, that's for sure. No upgrades onto it either. Trying to get some more PS shots off of there. And the Panzer Grenadier is doing some great work because it's behind the heavy cover of that down to 80 head, so it's just providing a very, very good hard point there.
Turn the tide of battle.
Oh, the Axis player doesn't have a whole lot of tickets left. He needs to get one of these squads over here to start capturing up. The Stag Hound, as with our cast vision, we know it's not being repaired at the moment, but he does not know that at this point in time. The light ATF track is still quite healthy. He has that repaired. He needs to start capturing up this point immediately. Medics are charging forward. Recovering both of those casualties will not net him a free squad. And not to mention, the casualties have already faded away. Going some armored skirts would be very useful in dealing with those Panzer-Trex. Well, not Panzer-Trex, Piets. He needs to push this Panzer Force C forward. Stag Hound now being on the repair, not taking it out was, I would say, a big mistake so far this game. Yeah, it does set up there now. Sorry, hit the repair engineer. They're very, very vulnerable and stacked up. Patrick pushes his way forward. He starts decapturing at this point immediately. Stag Hound does go down. And he has to keep this point locked down, but we do have a single scope rifle squad captured at this point over here. Which is a great game placement by the Brit.
Conceding a sector point to the Commonwealth. We must rally.
Looks like a second mortar half-track may have been deployed. No, just the one. He's starting to send some forces over here. Slowly being captured. We've got STG squad and G43 squad. One of those, the G43 squad should just stay over there for the future and use a suppressive fire ability, engage anything that advances, keep them pinned down. Fresh ATS are being deployed and out.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Double their efforts against enemy tanks.
4 tickets remaining, 3 tickets. It's getting very, very close. I think he may have the faster decapture, which may actually save him. Does use designated marks him there. 1 VP remaining, and the next tick did not come through. That was getting down to like the milliseconds. So he does manage to hold on. He needs to keep the G43 squad in this region at all times. Deploying out another Panzer IV C over there wouldn't be necessarily bad investment either, because he cannot let... He simply cannot let that point go, period. Keeping all those forces over there is actually very understandable. Maybe a little bit overkill, I'll just say keep the G43 squad over there. But then again, that means we overrun by 2. Let's try and find a better position there. I haven't deployed any more armored assets. And hardly even used the medic here, it appears to be. Trying to be a bit more aggressive. Needs to start hitting those Piet squads. Those Piets are getting great damage in. Great hit there on that Piet squad. Down to one last model. And does wipe out that squad there. Does fall back. Getting some great hits there with the mortar as well. Getting 2 levels of veterancy. And a follow-up mortar hit did some great work there as well. Oof. Sometimes when your opponent blobs up like that, just throw a bunch of Kai explosives and annihilate them.
Standing by.
He does retreat back with the SG squad and keep the G43 squad in the region. That's probably a good idea. Even though the Hetzer not exactly great versus infantry, it can knock around infantry units, prevent them from capturing.
Panzer can now be called to remote locations.
I saw nothing that says cheating. It's more or less this game. This game relies on a death crit rather than a health crit to kill off vehicles. Firefly has pointed out Jagdpanther is trying to eye for a massive crush, or maybe not. At least they're getting bunched up a bit for good AoE shots. Firefly coming to the flank. Got Alpha's artillery now raining on in. These infantry units are getting knocked around a bit. We may see a crit shot there from the light ATF track, but ooh, getting hit by his own artillery there. It's not exactly great. The light ATF track is still alive, but barely. I mean, there was no crit on that vehicle, so he didn't actually deal a potential killing blow. That was just straight up low health. Light ATF track does go down there to Piets, however. Gotta make sure that point does not get captured. And there we go. And there's all of his infantry units now dead. And of course, he should just stay in the region. Rifle grenades, of course, won't be able to engage the Jagdpanther, or not successfully, I should say. And looks like he's going to be hitting that slit trench. Looks like the Brit has backed up the game. Next will be, of course, the end of the game. And there we go. This is AdamGrade saying thank you for watching and signing off. I noticed as well that my audio is a little bit loud. Probably should adjust that. For those who are viewing, is the game audio too loud, or does my voice need to be louder in relatively? I probably should turn that on a long time ago. Because it looked like it was a little bit loud to me. Oh, either way. Let's go with this one. How does suddenly I just drop to 0 viewers? Oh great, I hit the wrong